You don't have to be the best in the world. But you have to be the best you in the world. Every single day you wake up, you are given one opportunity to do the best you can with what you have. The problem is, most people don't. They settle. They wait. They waste. And then they wonder why life feels empty. Today, that ends. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm not here to talk to you about perfection. I'm not here to tell you that you must have everything figured out. I'm here to talk about something far more important, something that will change your life if you commit to it. Doing the best you can. Not half your best. Not your good enough best. Not the version of your best that comes after excuses and procrastination. I'm talking about showing up every single day with the full force of your focus, your energy, your effort. Because let me tell you something, the moment you start living this way, your world changes. Your relationships get better. Your work gets better. Your confidence grows. And most importantly, you grow. Why this matters? Most people live on autopilot. They do just enough to get by. They don't give life everything they have. And here's the harsh truth, life does not reward just enough. Life rewards those who give their all. Doing the best you can doesn't mean you won't fail. It means when you fail, you know you left nothing on the table. You gave everything you had. And that is where true pride, true confidence, and true fulfillment come from. The reality check. Let's get something straight right now. If you've started late, you don't have the luxury of warming up. The truth is, time is not going to wait for you to get ready. The train has already left the station, the race has already started, and while you're standing there deciding which shoes to wear, other people are already halfway down the track. When you start late, you have only two choices. Complain about it and fall even further behind. Run twice as fast and close the gap. There's no third option. There's no shortcut. There's no wait for me life. Life doesn't slow down so you can catch up, it actually speeds up when you're unprepared. And that's the first reality you need to burn into your mind. Why starting late feels unfair? It's natural to look around and see people your age or younger who are already ahead. They've built the career. They've mastered the skills. They've networked. They've got the body you want, the discipline you wish you had, and they've been in the game longer. You, on the other hand, might feel like you're still trying to find your footing. Maybe you wasted years on the wrong path. Maybe you procrastinated. Maybe life threw things at you you couldn't control. And now you're thinking, it's not fair. They had a head start. Guess what? It's not fair, but life isn't fair for anyone. Every single person has an obstacle, a disadvantage, something they wish they could change. Yours just happens to be time. And the only way you fight against lost time is with intensity. The math of playing catch-up. Here's the cold math. If someone has been grinding for 10 years and you've only just started, you cannot match their results by working at the same speed. If they put in 8 hours a day, you cannot put in 8 hours a day and expect to close the gap. You need to work smarter and harder. That means doubling your daily effort. Removing every useless distraction. Working on high-impact actions, not busy work. Learning in months what took them years to master. That's not pressure, that's simply reality when you start from behind. The late starter's advantage. Here's the twist, starting late isn't all bad. In fact, it gives you an advantage most people don't realize. You see, people who start early often waste time because they think they have it. They move slower. They play around. But when you start late, you're more focused, you know you can't waste hours. You're hungrier, you've seen what happens when you do nothing. You can skip mistakes, you can learn from the ones who started before you. You understand urgency, you know that every day matters. This urgency can become your superpower if you stop complaining and start moving. Ruthless time management. When you start late, your number one enemy is wasted time. Every second you give away to laziness, distraction, or procrastination is a second that widens the gap between you and your goals. Here's the rule. If it's not helping you grow, it's stealing from your future. That means no pointless scrolling. No just one episode. No saying yes to things that pull you away from your mission. No meaningless drama. You need to build discipline so strong that it becomes uncomfortable to waste time. The emotional battle. Let's be honest, starting late can hit your pride. It can make you feel behind in life, embarrassed, or even ashamed. You'll be tempted to hide. You'll compare yourself to others and feel small. But here's the thing, shame doesn't move you forward. Action does. Your late start isn't the end of the story unless you let it be. The moment you decide to run faster, you stop being behind and start being in the fight. The formula, speed plus consistency. Catching up isn't about working hard for 1 week and then crashing. It's about combining high speed with unshakable consistency. Think of it like this. If you double your daily effort for 90 days, you can achieve what others do in 6 months. If you keep that pace for 2 years, you can compress a decade of growth into a fraction of the time. That's the strategy. Not one burst of effort, but relentless, focused, daily execution. Yes, I'm behind. But I will run twice as fast, twice as long, and twice as focused. And soon, they won't be able to tell I ever started late. The truth you don't want to hear. Let me be brutally honest with you right now. If your life isn't where you want it to be, it's not because the world is against you. It's not because you were unlucky. It's not because your boss didn't believe in you, or your friends didn't support you, or your family didn't give you a head start. It's because somewhere along the way, you got comfortable being soft. You let the smallest inconvenience stop you. You let your emotions dictate your actions. You let procrastination become your daily ritual instead of discipline. We live in a generation where people mistake comfort for happiness. They think life's purpose is to be relaxed and at ease all the time. And the moment something feels uncomfortable, they quit. Here's the reality. Everything great in life demands discomfort. The body you want? It's on the other side of sore muscles and sweat-drenched shirts. The career you want? It's on the other side of long nights, endless studying, and being willing to do what most people won't. The relationships you want? They're on the other side of difficult conversations, patience, and showing up even when you don't feel like it. But soft people avoid all of that. Soft people wait for the right time. Soft people keep telling themselves they'll start tomorrow. Soft people get offended when reality tells them they need to get tougher. Let me tell you something. The right time you're waiting for? It's never coming. There's no magic day when you'll suddenly feel 100% ready. You're either building yourself now or breaking yourself slowly. And here's what's scary. The longer you live soft, the harder it is to turn things around. Every year you delay is a year you get weaker. A year your habits dig deeper roots into your character. A year your self-discipline erodes until even the smallest challenge feels impossible. You think you're saving yourself from stress by avoiding hard things? No. You're destroying yourself from the inside. Your mind gets weaker. Your resilience fades. Your ability to adapt disappears. And then life smacks you with a real problem. A job loss. A financial crisis. A health scare. A betrayal from someone you trusted. And because you've been living soft, you collapse. Listen to me, a life doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're not in the mood. It doesn't care if it's too hard. The world will either reward your toughness or punish your weakness. If you want to win, you must train yourself to do the hard things first. You must embrace the discomfort instead of running from it. You must build a tolerance for struggle, because struggle is where you grow. Stop asking for an easy life. Start demanding from yourself a strong life. The relentless push forward. Let me make something clear, when you start late, the universe doesn't hand you sympathy. It hands you a challenge. And that challenge is this. Are you willing to push harder than those who had a head start? Because here's the reality, life is not fair, but life is not fixed. Unfair beginnings do not mean you can't finish first. It just means you have to understand the game and play it with double the energy, double the consistency, and double the discipline. Think about it, you can't match their pace if you're behind. You have to surpass it. If they're running at a steady 5 miles per hour, you have to push 7 or 8. If they're putting in 2 hours of work, you put in 4. Not because you want to kill yourself with exhaustion, but because your starting point demands it. The mindset shift you need right now. The dangerous trap for late starters is comparison. You see someone your age already succeeding, already settled, already confident, and you think, it's too late for me. Stop. That thought is poison. The truth? Your timeline is your weapon if you use it right. While they may be coasting now, comfortable in their lead, you have the hunger they don't have anymore. You have the urgency they lost years ago. They might have the advantage of time, but you have the advantage of fire. And fire can burn through any gap. No time for half effort. Let me give it to you straight, if you start late and still move slow, you're not just behind. You're falling into the abyss. If you start late, you don't have the luxury of I'll get to it next week. You don't have the privilege of I'm waiting for the right time. You can't afford to let your foot off the gas just because you feel tired. Tired is your default setting now. Hungry is your fuel. Relentless is your only option. Your pace must scare people. When people see you working, they should think you're obsessed. They should be confused about how you're putting in so much effort so consistently. That's how you make up for lost time. That's how you catch up. Here's the simple math of success when you start late. They've been doing it for 5 years? You put in 5 years worth of effort in 2 years. They work 5 days a week? You work 7. They take breaks? You take lessons from their mistakes. It's not about burnout. It's about compression. Compress years of learning into months. Compress decades of growth into a few focused years. That's how you flip the game. Stop asking for easier, ask for better. When you start late, you don't pray for easier conditions. You pray for the strength to go harder. Because every time you prove to yourself you can endure more, you steal ground from the ones ahead of you. Every extra hour you put in. Every book you read instead of watching mindless TV. Every rep at the gym when others quit at 10. Every risk you take when they play it safe. All of it stacks. All of it compounds. And one day, without warning, you'll pass the very people you used to admire from a distance. This is how late starters win, with unreasonable urgency, unshakable belief, and an unbreakable pace. No more excuses, only execution. Let's get brutally real one last time. You've heard the stories. You've felt the urgency. You've acknowledged the late start. But the truth is, none of that matters if you don't act now. Because the world doesn't care that you started late. The competition won't slow down for you. Opportunities won't sit around waiting for you to be ready. You can't be in the planning phase forever. You can't keep telling yourself, next month I'll really start. That's the same lie that's been stealing your years. If you're late, you have to move so fast that your shadow can't keep up. You have to stop treating life like it's a casual stroll and start treating it like a sprint toward the last train of the night, the one you cannot miss. Here's your reality check. You won't catch up by working at the same pace as everyone else. You can't afford to waste any day on comfort. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is just unbroken focus plus relentless effort. When you're behind, you don't get the luxury of balance right away. Your balance is going to come from knowing that you gave this season of your life everything you had, that you poured every ounce of energy into climbing out of that gap. And when it gets uncomfortable, good. That means you're moving fast enough. When people tell you, you're working too hard, good. That means you're closing the distance. When your body says, slow down, you tell it, not yet. Not until I'm there. Your only options now. Stay behind forever and spend the rest of your life explaining why. Run so hard now that your future self can finally slow down later. And I promise you, when you finally break through, when you reach the point where you're not just catching up but overtaking, the victory will taste so much sweeter because you'll know how much you bled for it. You won't just be proud of where you are. You'll be proud of who you had to become to get there. So, no more excuses. No more waiting for perfect timing. Your timing is now. Your pace is twice as fast. Your mindset is unbreakable. Now get up and start running. Own it, live it, be it. You've heard the words. You've felt the fire. You've seen the path. Now it's time to move. Because motivation without action is like a spark in the rain, it dies before it lights anything. I'm not here to give you a gentle pat on the back. I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to call you out, to say this straight. Your future is in your hands. Right now, as you listen, you have a choice. Will you let this moment slip away? Will you go back to the same routines that got you stuck? Will you settle for average, for easy, for soft? Or will you stand up, right here, right now, and say, I will do the best I can. I will fight for my dreams. I will refuse to quit. Because that's what it takes. That's what separates the people who live the life they want from those who live life wishing. You don't need permission. No one is going to give you permission to be great. No one is going to hand you a map to success on a silver platter. You have to claim it. You have to decide that from this day forward, you are no longer a passenger. You are the driver of your destiny. That means you show up even when you don't feel like it. You put in the work even when no one is watching. You keep going when the easy choice is to stop. Because the world rewards effort. It rewards consistency. It rewards those who give more than anyone else. The best you can is always enough. Listen carefully, the best you can do today might not be perfect. It might not be flawless. It might be messy and hard and filled with mistakes. And that's okay. Because the best you can is always enough. It's the best you have in this moment. And every time you give your best, you get stronger. You learn. You grow. You get closer to the person you're meant to become. Perfection is a lie. Progress is the truth. Small steps create massive change. You don't have to conquer the mountain all at once. You don't have to have all the answers today. You just need to take the next right step. You need to do one more rep. One more minute of focus. One more small action toward your goal. Because every small step is a vote for the life you want. Every small step builds momentum. Every small step moves you forward, no matter how late you started, no matter how hard the climb. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Doing your best means embracing discomfort. It means pushing past the voice in your head that says, stop. It means being willing to be tired, frustrated, and challenged. Because growth lives on the other side of discomfort. The person you want to become isn't on the couch. They're not in your comfort zone. They're in the hard work, the sweat, the grit. No more excuses, no more waiting. The only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is the decision to start. The decision to commit. The decision to show up. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop blaming your past or your circumstances. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Your circumstances are challenges, not barriers. You have everything inside you to overcome. You have more strength than you think. You are not alone. Remember, no one achieves greatness alone. Find your tribe. Surround yourself with people who push you higher. Learn from mentors who have walked the path. Together, you will rise faster. But at the end of the day, the fire comes from inside you. The time is now. Don't let this be just another speech you listen to. Let it be the moment everything changed. The moment you decided, I will no longer settle. I will no longer wait. I will no longer be soft. You will do the best you can, today, tomorrow, every day after that, until you win. Your challenge. Right now, make a promise to yourself. Write down one goal you will give 100% to. Identify one habit you will start or stop immediately. Take one action within the next 24 hours that moves you closer to your dream. Then, hold yourself accountable. Tell a friend. Post it publicly. Make it real. Because doing your best requires commitment, and commitment requires accountability. Life is a gift, a battlefield, a playground, a stage. How you show up today shapes everything that comes next. Don't waste it. Don't waste yourself. The best you can is waiting inside you. Unleash it. Own it. Live it. Because when you do your best, you don't just change your life. You change the world around you. Go out there and be unstoppable.